Hello, Cynthia. This is your friend Richard Roberts. How can I begin talking about your grandfather, Demos Shakarian, and the Shakarian family? The earliest memory that I have of the Shakarians was back in the 1950s, and it was in Southern California. Of course, they lived in the Downey area, and we would come out to Southern California, and my dad and Brother Demos were great friends. Brother Demos served as a member of the Board of Trustees of the Oral Roberts Evangelistic Association, and my dad had helped Demos to begin the Full Gospel Businessmen's Fellowship International. And I can remember going up to your grandparents' home there in Downey and eating shish kebab and rice pilaf, which I thought was one of the great meals of all time. And there was another family by the name of Babajan, and they were usually there as well. And there was another family by the name of Folio, and they were there. And there were a lot of Armenians at that time and Italians that were there, and we had a great time together. I remember so well being involved in the Full Gospel Businessmen's Fellowship with your grandfather, because my dad was usually one of the keynote speakers at every international convention, which was usually every summer. And I can remember Steve and Richard, Richard was maybe 5 or 6 years older than me, but Steve and I were fairly close in age. In fact, Steve and I went to college together. And I can remember a number of conferences and Full Gospel Businessmen, or we used to call it FGBMFI, the conferences that I went to. I remember the one in the early 60s in Seattle. Richard was leading the youth service, and that's the first time I ever spoke in tongues. And I remember also I brought the World Action Singers up in the 70s to the one in Washington, D.C., and that was the first time I ever met Catherine Kuhlman. And your grandfather was a tremendous blessing to our ministry. He and my father were great friends, and we honor his memory. And your dear grandmother Rose, God bless you, and I'm expecting the miracle flow to continue in your life.